Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk a little bit about signs and synchronicities, and sometimes signs are not positive. Sometimes they are huge wake-up calls, big surprising things that happen to us on the earth, in our lives, in relationships and things like that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And because it's Christina's Clairvoyant Cafe, go grab a cup of coffee. And if you don't drink coffee, I love coffee. If you don't drink coffee, and pause it and grab a cup of tea and come sit with me. So signs and synchronicities happen all the time. We get signs from loved ones that have crossed over. We'll get birds coming to us, butterflies. Sometimes we get notes. Sometimes people will send us like an email or tell us something that reminds us of a loved one that's crossed over. And we'll get these little messages throughout the day in various ways. And usually when we get signs from loved ones that have crossed over, they're usually signs to just let us know that they're there. I've had signs where we had 2 feet of snow on the ground, and we're in Pennsylvania, so we would have all the snow and a beautiful giant butterfly would fly out towards me, circle around me, and then disappear. Like, when does that ever happen? I've had butterflies appear on the beach. Coins, you'll find coins. A lot of times coins and cardinals will appear out of nowhere. You could be getting out of your car. You find coins on the ground. You could walk past the counter and there was nothing on the counter. It was totally empty or totally vacant. And then you turn around and come back past the counter later and there's a coin there. It could be a quarter, a dime, a penny. You get out of your car and you find pennies on the ground. Pennies from heaven is a real thing. Like usually it's a man. Usually they're guys that leave, that leave coins, especially if they were connected to supporting people when they were alive, helping them live. They were hard workers. They wanted to save money, and they send us coins just to tell us that it's them and that they're there. I have people finding hearts at different places. Sometimes they'll get a heart message on an email, or they'll see hearts out in the world. They'll take a walk and maybe a leaf is in the perfect shape of a heart. So there's all kinds of different signs that loved ones give us, and especially the bird thing, birds and butterflies. But our guides give us messages and signs all the time. So these messages come in the form of gentle taps, like a tap on the shoulder, like, hey, this is bothering you, or this is an issue. Sometimes you'll get hyper aware, like your ear will start ringing, it'll start buzzing, or maybe sometimes it sounds like you're in a tunnel. And when somebody's talking to you, you get this annoying feeling in your ear, and it's really your guide saying, pay attention. There's something happening here that you really need to focus on. It's an important issue. What they're saying may be truthful. It may have something to do with what you're going through that you need to be aware of. So those little signs happen from your guides. Those aren't usually loved ones on the other side. The loved ones are people who are like your audience. They're watching over you. They send love to you. They want you to know that they're okay, and they're watching over you. But your guides are different. Your guides are people who used to live before in other lifetimes. And in this lifetime, they devoted their afterlife to you. They want to help you. They want to help guide you. They want you to succeed. They don't want to hurt you. They want to support you, and they want to help you get to your goals and be successful and have love. So Your guides are always giving you these little gentle nudges. The thing is that we have free will. And a lot of times we have worries that we're not supported, or that we're not watched over, that we're all alone, that we don't have this help. And then we turn off these little synchronicities. Like we don't believe in them. We negate them. So when these things happen, we don't believe that they're real, or maybe fear. Sometimes we're afraid of moving forward or taking a step. Maybe we feel like we're concerned that if we do this or face this problem, that it's going to be more hassle than it is to help us. So realize that sometimes we sabotage them, and they come through over and over again. So if there's an issue, they're going to keep sending you messages, and they're going to keep giving you these signs, and the signs will come stronger and stronger until you really pay attention to them. So what I want to talk about is how a sign isn't always warm and fuzzy. So what happens is we kind of ask the divine, God, the universe, whatever you believe in. It doesn't matter, as long as you believe that there's something bigger than us out there, and there's a force, there's an energy. And if you're asking the universe for help, and they've been sending you these gentle nudges, these little signs, a little at a time, realize that if we're not paying attention to them, and we're getting more adamant, we're getting more frustrated, and we really need an answer. We really need an answer, and we need it now. And that's when you get the club over the head. That's when a big issue happens. So you may say to your guides, okay, I really want a clear-cut answer if I'm supposed to leave this person. And within the next hour, a fight breaks out. This person antagonizes you, and you feel like so victimized, so hurt, that it's an answer. Now, in the moment, you're upset, you take it personally, you're scared, you don't know what to do, you feel confused. But if you take a moment and you just take a breath and step back, look at the bigger picture, look at what's really happening here, is you're getting your answer. So you've been asking for direction, and then this answer comes in the form of, see this person, you're right on that, you need to leave this person or get out of their lives because they're not supportive of you, and look how they make you feel. So it's like we call it a slap in the face, but it's really not. Sometimes we can feel victimized and feel like we're being attacked, or this is happening to us. Why is the divine doing this to us? Why does this happen to me? And it's just really a sign. And it's that you're not listening to the little ones, and the big ones have to occur. But the big ones happen because you ask, because you need solid validation that this is what you need to do. And we get so caught up in, oh, I was hurt, this is horrible, why are these things happening to me, and why is God punishing me, that you're not pulling back and realizing, whoa, this is directional. I'm being directed. Okay? So let's think of something else where, okay, so that's a relationship. But, I've had people, I've been doing my work for over like 18 years now, doing my work, and I see it all the time. If somebody's going in the wrong direction, if somebody is on maybe a career path, okay? So somebody's on this career path, and they go into something clinical, or something that is cerebral, something that like maybe, engineering, or go down a path that, they think that they need to go down this career path. Okay, so they go down the path, and something's bugging them, like this little nudge, like, this doesn't work with me, and no, I got to keep doing it. And then, I paid a lot of money, and I paid for my education and my training. I have to follow this. I have to go in this direction. So you keep like negating it, keep negating it, keep negating it. Finally, you're so distraught about taking this decision, taking this path, that you finally say to the universe, please show me, is this the path I'm supposed to be on? Is this the career that you want me, that'll work best for me, that I'll succeed in? And all of a sudden, I've had people get into car accidents. Okay, I've had people. I know someone who hit a deer on their way to school or on their way to work doing this one career, and hit a deer. A deer. Whenever you get a message from a deer, so when the deer is alive and it looks at you, comes out of the woods and it looks right at you when you're driving the car or you're walking down a path, and a deer, or even in your backyard, deer comes and looks you right in the eye, the deer says that you're on the right path. But when you hit one, okay, by accident, it's really not really an accident. You're hitting the deer. It's saying, no, you're going down the wrong path. And you need to realign yourself and pull back and refocus what's important to you and what makes you happy. Because number one, when you're in a career path, you have to be happy. You have to love what you do. Because if you don't love it, it's very difficult, or you can't succeed in a career or a job if you don't love doing it. So it's so important to love what you do, because that brings you abundance, that brings you success and money and stability, and you feel good about what you're doing. That's what we're here to reevaluate right now during the COVID time, is reevaluate our lives. So we're right in the middle of this transformation, this huge transformation. So to you, you might think of this time during COVID as like a horrible, terrible. It is a terrible time, because people are being hurt by it. It's so sad. But at the same time, it's helping us realize what's important, what's important in our lives, not money, or not success, not ambition, or, being the best. What's important is time. And what's important is family. What's important is to be happy. So this is a time for that. So when you get a sign like that, about career, then it's about pulling back and going, whoa, wait a minute, this was a big sign for me, and that I really need to pull back and reassess, where is my direction? What brings me joy? What things am I doing that doesn't resonate with me? It doesn't make me feel good and doesn't resonate with my soul, and that we have to start to be more aware of it. Your guides are, again, they are here to help you. They're not here to hurt you. They're not here to victimize you or torture you in any way. Your guides love you. They love you so, so deeply, and they want to see you succeed. And they promised that they would help you succeed in this lifetime. They made a contract with you. So they're really, really adamant to help you. And some of them bring you comfort. We have anywhere from 25 to 32 guides in a whole entire lifetime. And these guides, they don't all work together at the same time. They're like your utensil drawer in your kitchen. You don't use all your utensils at the same time. So they come and work with you throughout the days or the weeks, the months, whatever, in and out, depending on what you're doing. So they're always there. They're always supportive of you. You're never alone, and you never have to feel alone. And you have to really pay attention, when you're asking your guides for advice, or, asking intuition, what should I do? What's the direction I should take? After you ask that, really keep your eyes open and look around you. Okay? Look around you. Sometimes you get numbers. Sometimes you'll get 1111. I always look at the numbers when I'm pumping gas in my car. I look at numbers on the street, on license plates. Like, numbers talk to you. Numbers give you messages. There's a really good book by Glennis McCant, and it's called Glennis Has Your Number. And it's a great numerology book. I would highly recommend it. It really helped me tap into numbers, and I use numbers all the time, every day. And sometimes you get numbers from your guides, and each number signifies something. It has a message. So it's not about our guides giving us information the way we want it. We need to learn spirit talk. We need to learn how our guides communicate with us and how they bring us messages. And, if you are thinking about, you're going to work one day and you're saying, I'm not happy here and I really need validation from my guides on what I should do. And then you go to work and then here your boss writes you up for something ridiculous, or you don't feel supported by the people, or something happens, and that's a sign. See, that's a sign that's telling you that no, you're not happy here. And see, this is a sign for you to look elsewhere, to look at different locations and different probabilities, maybe dust off your resume and try and look at some new paths that you can take in work and career. So pay attention, and pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams and what they're telling you. Pay attention to signs around you, and not all signs are good. And I should say all signs are neutral. We label them as good or bad. Because we have polarity and duality here on the earth. We always have to label stuff. Try not to label your signs. Try not to label them as good or bad. Just see them as a sign. And sometimes when things are tough and you're trying so hard to do something and it's really difficult to do it, it doesn't want to flow for you, it's your guides. You're not being tortured, you're not being annoyed, you're not being victimized by the divine. It's that your guides are saying, no, that's not the path you should take. And this isn't going to be good for you. And how you know this is you force your way through by doing this thing. You force your way doing it, and then you regret it and go, oh, I knew this wasn't going to be good. I don't know why I forced this issue to happen. I don't know why I made myself go down this path, because I saw the signs and I didn't listen. So when you listen to your guides will save you time, they'll save you aggravation, and they'll save you money every single time. Time, aggravation, and money. Just pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to them, and make yourself a challenge. Give yourself a challenge and say, I'm going to really stress listening to the signs right away, instead of waiting for those really big moments to hit where they can kind of hurt. So I hope this helped you. You can press like, you can press subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on signs and synchronicities and guides and information. But I've been doing my work for the past 18 years. I'm here at my holistic center that I've run for the past 13, 14 years now, where I teach intuition and Reiki and all kinds of hypnosis, hypnotherapy, all kinds of different things that I teach. But hopefully this helps you. I hope to see you again soon. Take very good care of yourself and have a blessed day. Thank you.